needless to say, pretty excited and thrilled to introduce the 12th head coach of the Grand Rapids Griffins, Dan Watson. Dan, welcome to Grand Rapids. You've been here before, but not in this capacity. You got to be awfully excited, huh?
No, usually it was up way up high, watching the game from above. So I'm really excited to be sitting here, and it's such an honor.
You know, before we talk about turning the page and moving forward with your career now in well-deserved opportunity and long-awaited opportunity in the American Hockey League, I got to get your thoughts on Toledo. I mean, you spent a long time there, Dan, and in fact, since the inception of the Walleye in 2009, you know, a fan base that's almost second to none, other than maybe here in Grand Rapids. Your thoughts about leaving Toledo and that, and not just, I know the front office and everybody else you worked with there, they all mean a lot to you. The fans are pretty special.
No, the fans, let's talk about the fans first. They are special. 8,000 people every game, especially through the playoffs. It gets crazy. The atmosphere is unbelievable in there. But you know what? They're the ones that drive the energy, the passion inside that Huntington Center. They're a huge reason why players wanted to come to Toledo. And I'm very thankful that I was a part of that. You know, standing on that bench, hearing the national anthem, the hit somebody, all the great things that come with Toledo, their fan base. It's all true. It's unbelievable, and I'm gonna miss them, but I'm not that far away. You know, if I really miss them that bad, I can go back and see them. But like you mentioned here, I've been to games here. I've seen what the fans are like here at Van Andel on a busy Saturday night, Friday night when the team's rolling. You know, I understand how passionate they are too. So I'm looking forward to that. And you talk about the front office staff, the team president Joe Napoli, Neil Newcomb. Guys I admire. You know, they've been role models for me throughout my entire coaching career, and whether it's coaching, whether it's leadership, whether it's talks about completely different things, they've had a lot of experience to share with myself, and it's helped me get to this spot right now. And again, all the staff I've worked with for 14 years, we've been there since day one. The equipment manager, Brad Frederick, our trainer, Matt Melzak, the broadcaster. You start to build special relationships and bonds. And so, again, those friendships are always going to remain, but I'm just in a different spot.
Well, I'll tell you what, and you got a chuckle out of this. I think it was yesterday somebody asked you kind of a similar question, and that is that there's a feeling among the fan base in Toledo that now that Dan Watson has left, that the franchise is going to fall apart.
No, that's not the case. They're set up for success for a number of years, in my opinion. I think the groundwork's there. We've been real close to a Kelly Cup twice in the last 3 years, and it's there. And the next coach that goes in there, whoever that may be, is walking into a monster. It's a pressure situation, which is a privilege, but the excitement around that team, around that organization from the city, good players are always going to want to go there. They're always going to have a chance.
And you almost indirectly answered a question, about the fact that Toledo is such a great hockey town, and it took a long time to get here. I mean, 14 years, and the question would be, why did it take so long? But I think, like I say, you indirectly answered the question, because staying in Toledo was not a bad thing. Obviously, in fact, probably a choice for you.
It was. It's a great city. Again, they love their hockey, passionate. I was fortunate enough to continue getting resources to make myself better. If I ever felt at a time I didn't have the opportunity to continue to grow as a coach, maybe it was time to leave, but that wasn't the case. I was still getting better as a person, getting better as a coach, and those are the things for myself. Obviously, family is a huge part. That's another reason why I haven't left before now, and right now is just a perfect time, perfect opportunity to make this move.
Use an analogy like a player at a certain level scoring 50 goals for 10 years, and everybody's wondering, why is he not at the next level? I mean, in your case, a near 700 winning percentage as a head coach, not to mention the success even before that as an associate coach. Pretty remarkable. People are going to learn about Dan Watson here real quick, that this is one of the young coaches that is an up-and-comer.
Well, that's the plan, and I want to keep that rolling here, that's for sure, and it's a lot of work. A lot of work goes behind the scenes. A lot of things happen inside this locker room that maybe everyone doesn't get to see on a daily basis. And that's where it starts. It starts with building relationships with the players, getting them to understand that it's not just about them playing hockey, but it's about them as people. want them to understand that we're here for them. We're here for them to grow as people, as players, so they can reach their potential and maximize all the skills that they have. We want them to become Red Wing players. That's our goal here in Grand Rapids. In order to do that, we have to get them to play meaningful games, special games. Playoffs certainly do that, and I'm looking forward to continue building on that 700 win percentage that you mentioned.
Pretty tough to top, that's for sure. The only thing you didn't get done in Toledo is winning a title, but boy, conference championships, division titles, long playoff runs. You're saving it all for Grand Rapids, right? It's been 6 years since we won a title here. It's long overdue.
That's right. And you say 6 years is long. Toledo would beg to differ, but you know what? We're knocking on the door, and you have to give yourself a chance every year. If you're not continually knocking on that door, it's going to come. It's going to happen. We did everything in our power to try and win one. I can leave Toledo saying that I gave everything that I had, our staff had, our players had, to try to win for that city and that organization. So it didn't happen, but we certainly tried.
Of course, worked with current Red Wing coach Derek Lalonde as a co-coach in Toledo. Geographically now you're getting a little bit further away from him. However, professionally, much closer, because you're going to be that direct link to the guys that he'll be coaching as part of this whole Red Wings rebuild.
Yeah, we do. We have a great friendship. It started the 2 years, literally Derek and myself. That was the coaching staff. And so we got to know each other really, really well. The families know each other really well. So I think that part's going to be seamless. It's going to be a great transition. We've already been talking, basically daily already. But it's going to be nice to see now his growth as well as a coach. What does he expect from players who are getting called up? What does he expect from us as a staff? All those things I'm really interested to find out as we go through this next process here in the summer. But familiar face, certainly, and I'm looking forward to working with them on a daily basis here.
Dan, it's one thing to get this opportunity, and again, so richly deserved, but it's the timing of this now makes it even more special, I think, in that you are in the middle of coming in the middle of a Red Wings rebuild, and you're going to have a lot of really good young players that there lots of talk about these guys, the Linders, Edvinson, Cross Hannes, Amadeus Lombardi, many more names that are going to come along and will be in this room most likely. And you're going to be in charge of working with these guys and getting them to that next level.
Yeah, we talked about time before, and I just think this is a perfect time, to have the ability to work with these young guys, to hopefully help them become an impact player at the National Hockey League level. That's what it's all about. And as a coach, that's what you want. You want these moments where there's special times in an organization to help. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to guide these young players, try to get the most out of them, try to continue their development to become players that the Red Wings hope they're going to be whenever that time is. And obviously, a fan base, they want faster the better. Everyone has a different time in development, but I'm looking forward to working with them on a daily basis.
Described as a player's coach by a lot of the guys that have played for you and yourself.
Yep.
Self-described as a player's coach. Jeff Blashill used to say, I don't even know what that means.
Yep.
What does that mean?
To me, player's coach is someone who cares about their players as people. I think you can really maximize talent as long as the players know that you're there for them and their best interest. It's also workload. It's also maximizing rest and days off, and all that comes into play. And to me, that's what being a player's coach is, just getting those guys to understand that we are here for them. We want every single person in this room to have success, and that's what we're going to do.
Right, I know everybody's going to want to know. We mentioned a few names before, but one of them will be Sebastian Cossa. You had him last year, coached him in Toledo, the first-round pick of the Wings, the future of the Wings in net. That's what we're hoping.
Yep.
And you're going to be in charge of that. Likely play here this year, you think?
Yeah, I mean, I really hope Sebastian has a great summer. That's the plan. That's the plan, is that he has a really good summer and he's challenging for a spot here in Grand Rapids. I got to see firsthand the maturity, the process of him maturing, whether it was off the ice at the beginning of the season, to his daily routine, to how hard he worked inside the gym, to getting new routines to make himself better, the practice days, how he prepared for games. It all changed, and it made him better. And you could see the difference from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. We saw a different person, different goaltender. Teammates absolutely loved him. You hear chanting Cossa in the locker room. That's something special. And the guy saw how bad he wants to be a National Hockey League player. He wants his career to continue to develop and grow and jump these steps, but he's putting in the work.
We'll have lots of time this summer and, of course, get into the fall when training camp opens to talk about the players and who will be in this room under the guidance of Dan Watson. But in the meantime, Dan, welcome to Kim, your wife, yourself, and your 3 kids to Grand Rapids. We're thrilled. I mean, the little interaction we've had with you over the years as Toledo's coach, nothing but great things, great memories of that stuff. Now to have you here firsthand, it's long overdue and about time.
Yeah, I really am looking forward to it. I'm really excited. My family's excited for this opportunity, and let's get to work.
All right. Dan Watson, 12th head coach of the Grand Rapids Griffins.